At the same time, 3rd and 7 for New England. Brady gets rid of it quickly. Catch! Julian Edelman off to the races! Julian Edelman! Goodbye, Edelman! Touchdown, New England! "77 yards on the catch and run, and a silencer."
Career-long reception for a touchdown for Edelman. Make one guy miss. That's Rambo. Remember, Rambo, one of the 3 defensive starters. Reserves are taking over starters today, and that cost the Dolphins that time as Edelman shows off his speed.
A devastating block from Michael Floyd, and Tony Lippett just now getting up.
Here's Edelman broken up, and the pass is no sign yet. Edelman comes down with a football, and they're saying it's a catch. And we'll get another look at this. Alford knocked it up into the air, and let's see who comes down with it. Oh, that's a catch.
Oh, my God.
That's incredible.
That's amazing concentration by Julian Edelman to be able to make a play on that.
Is challenging the ruling on the field of a completed pass. We'll review the play.
The ball was resting on the arm of Ricardo Allen, and Edelman able to re-grab it before he hits the ground. I checked with Mike Pereira in our booth. He thinks it's a catch, and the play's being challenged by Atlanta.
And it should have been an interception by Robert Alford. I mean, he makes a play on this. He's in perfect position right there to intercept that ball. Instead, it gets popped up. But Julian Edelman, it's outstanding.
Since he had control first and then he maintained the control, I think they stay with it.
19! Toss to White. He's in! Patriots win the Super Bowl! Brady has his 5th! What a comeback! Another look to make sure. James White driving. They've already shot off the confetti. Fans are on the field. And it looks like a good touchdown.
Yeah, it does to me too, Joe. When the knee goes down, where's the ball? I don't know what they'd do if they had to overturn this, but it looked to me like the ball was across. And what an effort by James White, who's had himself a heck of a ball.
What's going on, people? You know, I was probably going to make me some videos after the Super Bowl. It's probably going to be my last chance in the next few weeks to make a video. You know, I told y'all before, I'm going to Vancouver later this week. I'm going to go help film a movie. We got principal photography next Monday, so yeah, I'm going to be gone. So I definitely want to get these videos out. I got about 3 coming for y'all, man. We got this video I want to do first. I want to do this Calvin North video. It's gonna be a quick one. Just gonna talk about some of the things. You know, y'all know if he won the Super Bowl, y'all knew I was gonna throw this in y'all face again. And then I'm gonna talk about Tom Brady, his greatness, and just where it stands. This is my thoughts about the Super Bowl last night in a separate video. And then I'm gonna talk about the Lions. I'm gonna talk about I didn't get a chance to talk about the new logo and shit like that. You know. Talk a little bit about what I expect from their new uniforms, and then I'll talk about a free agent who I think who they should go after, and who I think they should go after our first round. So that'll be my last video. So let's get started with this Calvin Noy shit. Obviously, like I said, you know, I made this video a couple of weeks ago, touching up on where I was at with the trade at the time, and I completely stand by. I mean, it just more than validated my fucking point about how bad of a trade that was. I think where I stand right now is how disappointed I am with some Lion fans still making fucking excuses for this organization and this coaching staff. To me, you know, some Lion fans, they like to get all tough and criticize the coaching staff, but when it really counts to criticize this organization and this coaching staff, you guys dropped the ball just like the Atlanta Falcons did in the Super Bowl last night. This is where it really counts. A major trade like this that contributed to a team winning the Super Bowl, which is what Calvin Noy was the last piece on that defense towards winning the Super Bowl. When it was time to shut down Matt Ryan for the rest of the game, Calvin Noy and this defense did that last night. He been a star since he got there. You know what I mean? You know, the guy, I saw his face last night I was on NFL Network's Sports Center, FS1, you know, because we was watching the game at the job, so we was flipping around and shit. I saw his face on all those fucking stations when they was turning the channels. I think I saw his face like probably 5th or 6th most behind James White, Tom Brady, Belichick, Kraft, you know, all them dudes. I kept on seeing his face in particular, man. I saw Chris Long face. A lot of regrets last night, man. A lot of regrets last night. Guys who were in other organizations that other organizations gave up. It was just not us. It wasn't just us. It was the Bears giving up on Shea McClellan. Look at how he been playing ever since he been in New England. Martellus Bennett, tight end this year for the Patriots. You know, LeGarrette Blount, Pittsburgh Steelers. Even though he didn't have his best game, but he been contributing. We know how good LeGarrette Blount is, even though he didn't have the best game last night. A major fumble last night, shit like that. We know how good he is anyways. Chris Hogan, Buffalo Bills. Why didn't they keep him? You know, you know, where I work, like I said, I went into work last night because we getting close to filming this movie, so I got to be in every night this week. And so, that's why I'm doing this video this morning. A lot of Bills and Lions fans, and there's a lot of fans of other teams. The Bills fans who I've been talking to all fucking the past year have been telling me how much they hate the fucking Bills for giving up Chris Hogan, man. Look at what happened again. Gave up Chris Hogan, now he got a ring. Chris Long, Rams. What the hell were the Rams thinking? You know? I was like, when I heard that they released Chris Long, I was like, what the hell are you thinking? And now their defense has dropped way the fuck off this year. You didn't even hear about the Rams defense like you heard them in previous years. That great up-and-coming young defense. Didn't even hear about them this year. They got dropped off like the little bitches that they are. Then, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just cast-offs all on Belichick team, man. Guys who were, I look at as other organizations' fucking mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Then our guy Calvin Noy. Boy, oh boy, I tell you what, man. I tell you what, man. Let me share something with y'all, man. Man. I couldn't believe this, son. I really couldn't fucking believe this. I was talking to a Bears fan at the job. And me and him, we go back and forth football all the time. You know, we got that little friendly rivalry with the Bears and Lions too. You know, he gets at me, I get at him. He got at me early in the year after we lost to the Bears. I was able to get back at him after we beat him later in the year. But friendly dude, good football man. Me and him were at the top of our lungs, just frustrated as hell. We were happy that the players we argued about for such a long time got their rings, but we were frustrated as hell. If you are a Lions fan today, and you are not mad about Calvin Noy getting a ring last night, then I don't think you're a real Lions fan. You're not a real Lions fan, and you're not holding this organization accountable like you should be. So I don't want to hear it. I mean, at this point, if you keep criticizing the coaching staff, I don't want to hear your opinion no more on it. I don't want to hear your fucking opinion no more on it. Because when it's time to really criticize this organization, you drop the ball just like the Atlanta Falcons did. You didn't want to do it. I'm talking to this Bear fan last night, and he made so many cases over the years about Shea McClellin not playing in the right position. And I told him, yeah, hell yeah, Shea McClellin. I know Shea McClellin is a good fucking player. You know what I'm saying? And they had this nigga in the wrong fucking position for the whole time he was there with the Bears. And it made him look awful. Comes to New England, he's a fucking stud. Same deal with us with Calvin Noy. Then Martellus Bennett. Although I believe Martellus Bennett was a whole different situation because Martellus Bennett was kind of wheedling his way out of there. But at the same time, I mean, how did it not work with Martellus Bennett, with Jay Cutler and Martellus Bennett? How did it not work with those two guys? I mean, I knew this dude was a beast when he was with the Giants, man. I was like, man, when I heard that the Bears got Martellus Bennett, I got shivers. I'm talking about when I first heard the Bears got Martellus Bennett, I got shivers. And I knew this guy back then, and I told him, man, and he was so happy about getting Martellus Bennett. Go from that time till now, you see how much it just fucked us up. I mean, fucked him up. I mean, he was mad as fuck about seeing those two guys with a ring. Because they could have got that in Chicago. Just like Calvin Noy could have got that shit in fucking Detroit. You know what I mean? You know, it's really fucking unexcusable, man. You know, when you make fucking mistakes like this. Like I said, I'm not holding this all on Bob Quinn. I told y'all before about this. You know, a lot of this got to do with the coaching staff being inept. It was an inept coaching staff. It's an inept scheme we fucking play here. And if you really believe it was a scheme, then why the hell are we still playing a 4-3? Why are we not playing a 3-4? Because that obviously means that this scheme don't work for anybody. Does this scheme really work for the players that we got? Is that why we played such shitty defense most of the season? Why the linebackers couldn't cover for shit? I mean, you know, keep making excuses for this organization, man. Keep making fucking excuses. Because I'll be honest with some of y'all, man. I saw some of y'all comments. That's because I didn't respond to them. I didn't have the time to respond to them, but I saw some of them, and I was like, "Are you out of your fucking mind?" Shout out to Kobe Live, man, because he showed me this morning. He wanted me to really see an article that this dude from MLive.com, Nate Atkins, wrote. And he wrote he been writing articles about regretting the Calvin Noy trade. And one of the things he was talking about, he was talking about how Lion fans, you know, the Lion fans who made excuses and shit, you know, he ripped into him, and I got a chance to read some of the comments, and dude, them people were taking a huge L today. Anybody who was against the Calvin Noy trade, anybody who was in support of the Calvin Noy trade and was criticizing him before, you taking a huge L today. You're taking a huge L today. I don't give a fuck what you say. You know what I'm saying? This ain't nothing personal, but you're going to take that huge fucking L today. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way you holding the W today. And then I got motherfuckers talking about some, in the comment section I was reading people talking, oh man, if he can make a Pro Bowl, you know, that'd be, nah, dude, he already won a ring. He could retire today, and he still holds a W over us. Because let that shit sink in. Calvin Noy, he started out with us this season, and ended the season going to the possibly one of the 3 best sports organizations of all time in sports history. Manchester United, New York Yankees, New England Patriots. And maybe you want to throw the Boston Celtics in there behind them. But this is definitely the best organization in football history, I'll tell you that. But he went to these motherfuckers and won a ring. The same season he was with us. Let that shit sink in. And contributed to it. He didn't just win it, he contributed to that shit. Since he been there, he been contributing to that shit. Made some huge stops yesterday. Him and McClellan. Them two guys took a lot of heat where they was, man. Shane McClellan and Calvin Noy. Chicago and Detroit, you're going to hold some L's today. You're going to hold some fucking L's today for those two. Hold some L's. All right? Just own up to it, man. It ain't no reason to debate this shit no more. Hold the L and admit that we made a fucking mistake. Stop making excuses for this organization. Let's go forward and let's try to correct this shit with the draft, because now it's no longer about Calvin Noy now. It's now about that guy that we traded this pick for. Can he become something in return? Can we correct this linebacking core going forward? That's what it's about right now for the Lions. You know what I mean? That's what it's about. And how fast can we get Matt Patricia or Josh McDaniels in here? That's the other question I got. Because I tell you what, after today, I'm definitely 100% done with Caldwell. I'm done with him. I'm done with this dude. And that coaching staff, and I'm done with Terrell Austin. You failed him too. You're going to take an L too, Terrell Austin. Instead of you coaching this nigga up to hide his weaknesses and show more of his strengths, you know, you made this shit happen today where now I got to look at this nigga holding a fucking ring in a different organization instead of winning it here. Home fucking L's today. Get dropped off. Say goodbye, my niggas. You don't like what I got to say? Unsubscribe. Say goodbye. I don't give a fuck. But I'm going to say what I need to say today. Because I'm mad as fuck. And I'm mad as fuck every time I read those comments with motherfuckers making excuses. Still making excuses. After this nigga won the Super Bowl, still making the fucking excuses. Still making excuses. Don't make no fucking sense. So him and his wife, his fine-ass wife, gonna hold some W's. I hope y'all party hard this week. You know what I'm saying? Hold fucking W's, man. That don't make no damn sense, man. It really don't make no sense how Bob Quinn got robbed in that fucking trade too, man. That shit, that's the one stain I got on this motherfucker right now, man. I can't get over that shit. Because I can't believe he let himself get robbed like that, dog. But he ain't the only one. I'll say that for him. He ain't the only one. Like I said, I gave y'all a lot of examples in the beginning of this video how many people the Patriots turn other teams' garbage into fucking treasures. It don't make no fucking sense. Don't make no fucking sense, man. It's fucking inexcusable, though, man, what we did. Now, Calvin Noy. One last thing I want to say about him. You know, if we can bring that 3-4 system in here in the future, if we can get Matt Patricia in here and he changes the defense to a 3-4, I wouldn't mind seeing him come back and play for us. I really do. I think by that point he'd be a more polished player because people forget about Calvin Noy. He really didn't play that first season. So he lost a lot of time to learn about the game that rookie season. This was just his third year. Last year was virtually his rookie year. Then he never started up until this year. So he was learning the game this year. You know what I mean? He was learning the game. And just like the Atlanta defense, you know, grew up very fast this year. Grew up very fast. Who the hell knows if he would have stayed here? What would have happened? With our linebacker core, you know, I still believe that the same things that happened earlier in the season will happen later in the season. I don't think it would have been a big change because I don't believe in this coaching staff to train our players up. And I believe that's a bigger problem on this team anyways, is the way this coaching staff trains the players up. But hey, it is what it is, man. Eric, a Lion fan, you're gonna hold some W's for really having my back all this time about this Calvin Noy shit, man, since the beginning. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna hold some major W's. That boy Coke, you're gonna hold some L's for making that video early in the season. Now that shit is pointless. You know what I mean? So, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, now that the Super Bowl's over, people gonna hold their W's and L's today, dog. I'm gonna hold a W for this one. The rest of y'all niggas that was against this shit, y'all gonna hold L's today. It's as simple as that. You don't gotta like me, like I said. I dropped some of y'all off. You don't like it, unsubscribe, say goodbye, my niggas. I ain't got time for that shit. I ain't got time. Cause I knew back then the reason why I made that video. I knew the kid was probably going to help lead him to a fucking Super Bowl. I knew it back then. I knew it. That's why I had to make the video that day. I'll never forget it. The same week we played the fucking Texans. I'll never fucking forget it. It's the most darkest moment of the season in my opinion. Not the last 4 games. That was the moment. Middle of the fucking season after a 3-game winning streak, dog. I'm out. Listen to my next video. I'm gonna talk about Tom Brady. All right.